Right then, this is a quick walk around video of a truly exceptional car. This is a Lexus GS450 SE, hybrid of course, covered just 43,000 miles. It comes with a wonderful full Lexus service history and amazing ownership as well, finished and kept in beautiful condition. I'm going to go around the car for you, try and beat the showers which are just about to come and hit us, but this is one of the cleanest you're going to see. The front of the car is exceptionally clean. Bonnet, can't see any obvious stone chips. The air side, absolutely like a mirror in the panels. The side front alloy, pretty much unblemished there. It's been washed off, it's not polished. It's just got a natural gleam to the way the gentleman's kept his car, because he's kept it absolutely beautifully. On the back, again, bumper corners, the lenses all lovely and clean. And I do apologise, I'm scurrying around a bit, it's just if it starts to rain, it's going to ruin the video. Offside, driver's side, again, it just looks like a new car on the side of the car. It's just so clean and tidy. Offside rear alloy, again, beautiful condition. And main panel, that is absolutely wonderful. That is going to be one of the best, if not the best, examples of this age in type anywhere in the country. Just coming to the back of the car now, you've got an absolutely beautiful interior which has been kept in extraordinary condition. Coming to the front of the passenger side, again, passenger seat there, given virtually no use at all. Finally, in on the driver's side, again, lovely and clean. Driver's seat for the age of the car, again, in exceptional condition. So inside the car now, engine's running as always, so the dash can be seen illuminated, which looks pretty much as new. It is in stunning condition in here as well. Sat nav, as you can see, working perfectly. Just pop the car into reverse there, you can see the reverse camera again working exactly as it should. Just to show you the dashboard binnacle, 43,669 miles. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video for an exceptional car. This is a Lexus GS450 SE, obviously a hybrid car. Car's registered CT10ONO and a mileage of only 43,662 recorded. The reason for all of our videos, and especially this road test section, is to ensure that if anyone's looking at any of our cars online, they get to see the very car advertised actually in operation. Like far too many people, unfortunately, we've been to see cars which have looked absolutely fine in photographs or description, but then to get there and drive it and find it's got an obvious fault that shows up as soon as you drive the car. Also done on these very quiet country roads in this beautiful part of Gloucestershire. This actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on, and the hope is then obviously that it'll be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you be offered a test drive in the car. So coming to the car, in terms of ownership and service history, it's going to be almost impossible to better, especially in combination with the condition of the car and the mileage. It is an exceptional car in every single way. I am massively biased. I will happily stick my hand up straight away and admit that, because I truly love these cars. But notwithstanding that, the videos are always done with an eye on accuracy and honesty, quite clearly, in terms of any kind of issues that might be on the car. So put it there because he's going to win that argument. Pressing the button obviously starts the engine and hybrid system, normally silently. There's plenty of charge in the battery for it to allow it to do that. These are, what is now commonly referred to as a self-charging hybrid system. So basically, it does exactly what it says on the tin. You are going to drive, own and run this car like a normal petrol car. When it gets low on fuel, you'll stand at a petrol pump for a couple of minutes, and then you will be on your way very, very quickly indeed. The battery that's in the vehicle replenishes itself the whole time. Every time you back off the throttle pedal or hit the brake pedal, it puts juice back in the battery, and that's how it works. So it never goes to zero, it just keeps topping it up as and when it's required. It's just basically regenerating all the wasted energy, because every time you hit the brake pedal in the car, you're kind of wasting the energy that got you there in the first place. So it's, getting some of that back basically, and that's what gives it the fuel economy and also the performance, because this is a stonkingly quick car, but in every way just it's so refined, so silent, so smooth in transitions between electric and battery and vice versa. Low speed manoeuvring, feels like you're driving an electric car. It's just got a lovely silky smooth silent feel to it. But for those who haven't driven one before, if you drive a 2010 BMW or Mercedes competitor, they will genuinely feel agricultural after this, and that's not to say that they're bad cars, because they are not. It's just the interaction. It's like now come to a stop, there's no kind of gear changes when you're going down, because it has none. CVT, foot off the brake pedal, go to pull away, lots of battery going in there to help you. Totally smooth, doesn't grate, doesn't jar, doesn't do anything. It's just wonderful. But when you are on the move, it just gains momentum at a hell of a rate of knots, but so smoothly, again, because there's no gear changes. You put your foot down, in the background, and very much in the background, you get that beautiful V6 snarl from the engine. It's one of the most beautifully engineered cars you'll ever sit in. It really is. Incidentally, there are absolutely no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. Temperature gauge running just under 1/2, which is exactly where it's meant to be on one of these, by the way. And it's been driving for nearly 3 hours, being delivered to us. So clearly up to full operating temperature. So coming to the steering chassis of the car, steering tracks nice and straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. This is a car that's here to deliver smooth, relaxed, luxury driving. So it isn't sporty, but what it has got is accurate and precise power steering, very nicely weighted. It makes the car feel very confident on the road without feeling nervous in any way. It's not overlight, which I truly detest on modern cars, where you just feel as though you're just pointing the car, but you've got no feel of substance to it. This has. And attached to that is a chassis that, again, it'll flow through corners really nicely at perfectly sane speeds, brilliantly well, which is in essence what pretty much everyone driving this car will be driving it like. There will be the one hoodlum in the world that will say it feels a bit soft and boat-like, it's when you're driving it at 10/10ths. Well, if that's the case, it's really not the car for you. And I don't mean that in a condescending way, it just isn't. These are cars to smooth out the stress of the day. You can finish a day feeling uptight and horrible, get in the car, it just doesn't jar, doesn't grate, as I said, rides beautifully smoothly. The damping's really good on the car. As I said, when you do go through the corners, it flows really, really nicely. Incidentally, absolutely no rattles, clonks, anything from underneath the car. It feels like new to drive. It's got such a tight feel to everything you operate and everything you are subjected to in the car. The brakes on the car are really, really good. There's no kind of pulsing or vibrations going back through the brake pedal, so all in very, very good order there. Finally coming inside, it's a lovely interior. I mean, you've got this, I love these lighter leathers. I think they call it oak and beige. I'm hopeless with that kind of stuff, but I think that's what it is. But what it's really good at is, sort of black leathers, lovely in cars, looks really nice. But on hot days, and it is quite hot today, even though it's a bit showery, you get inside and all the heat comes from the seats. The back of your legs get burnt when you sit in on red hot days, and on dull winter's days they can be slightly depressing. This just brightens up the interior in a really tasteful way. The combination of the light leather, the wood, and the grey plastics sit together really nicely in the car. And of course, being a Lexus, it is beautifully put together. But it's also such a lovely place to sit and drive a car. I mean, you've got the perfect driving position, of course, with the multitude of adjustments. Obviously electric memory seats, so if there's two of you driving the car, then it'll remember your seating position without you having to constantly readjust. But as a dashboard, it's just incredibly simple to operate. It really, really is. Always like the fact that on these Lexus cars, you can change the temperatures of your climate control without having to go into the screen. You can go into the press climate there and go change my fan speeds, various other bits and bobs if I really need to, but it's quick and easy to access. Dead simple to operate and use all of the dash. It's very, very well laid out, in direct contrast to most modern cars, unfortunately. Dash binnacle in front, recessed, beautifully backlit dials. Again, fairly minimalist by modern standards, but all the better for it. It is a lovely place to sit and drive. And it's, I've owned numerous of these over the years. Currently have an RX 450, which is basically one of these up on stilts. So uses exactly the same powertrain with as near as damn it. Simply cannot fault it in any way. It drives absolutely beautifully and without any issues whatsoever.